Hello everyone, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Alice and I'm the founder of QC Skincare, and I would love to just take a little moment to thank you so much for subscribing to the newsletter, for being here with me, for opening it, for reading it and just hanging in there with me. I'm so grateful. Honestly, these communities mean so much to me, so much to us as small businesses, so thank you so much. And by way of a thank you, and we're in the month of love and self-love, and just the world needs more love, doesn't it? So I basically wanted to share with you a facial reflexology technique that I really love and really helps me to wind down at the end of the day. So if you have a tool, grab it now, or pause me and grab it and come back. If you don't, that's completely fine. Just grab something that has a like a lovely smooth rounded end. So it can be the top of like a clicky pen, it can be the end of a makeup brush, the end of what else? End of like an eyeliner pencil, crochet hook, obviously not the hooky bit, the bit at the top. Yeah, so something like that. So grab something, and your face oil if you have one. I would really recommend the if you're using this to kind of wind down at the end of the day, I would really recommend the jasmine, lavender and cedarwood, because it's really nourishing, really hydrating, and it's also got it's obviously got the jasmine in there and the lavender, which is really relaxing on the nervous system and will help pop you into that parasympathetic nervous system, which will help you get that beautiful deep restorative sleep. And the other one would be the vetiver geranium and blue tansy. It's a really lovely, it's a really grounding oil, so it really grounds the body. It connects with the heart chakra and the base chakra, and just really, yeah, it's just really grounding and nourishing, and has a lot of feminine energy. So it's, yeah, it just feels really nourishing, and it's also very calming again on the nervous system, helping just to get the stress out of the body and really nestle into however it is you are spending your Sunday. So grab your face oil, apply all over the face. I'm not going to apply mine now because it is the middle of the day when I'm recording this and I have clients later. So you would pop 3 drops into the palm of your hand, rub your hands together, cup over the nose and the mouth, and take 3 lovely deep breaths. And when you do these breaths, I really want you to focus on pulling them all the way down into the bottom of the lungs, feeling the belly expanding first, and then the ribs and the chest, and then exhale. And on the exhale, just let it go. It's not a forced exhale, it's literally just a release. So you've got your hands cupped over your nose and your mouth, and you're going to breathe in for 3 times. So that's and again. You can breathe out through the nose or the mouth. And then I want you to apply to your whole face, round the eyes, sweeping, go behind the ears here just to stimulate that lymph as well, and down the neck. You've got some more lymph glands here, and down into the armpits as well, so you can really get involved and really start to stimulate the body into, you know, a healing mode really. So once you've applied your oil, just another quick note on breath work. You will notice that when you are breathing diaphragmatically, so you will notice that your shoulders aren't doing this when you're breathing. So the aim is for the kind of the expansion to happen within the stomach and within the chest, not all up here. This is shallow breathing, and this, your body really struggles to get into that lovely parasympathetic nervous system where it does its kind of restorative things within the cells and within the body and the brain and all of the stuff that we want it to. So shallow breathing looks like this. And that's not what we're aiming for, and it actually makes you feel really lightheaded because you're just like, your body's just kind of panicking. So normal, kind of not normal, but correct deep belly breathing. Look, your shoulders will do this. So you can see the difference, that there isn't this kind of up here breathing. You're really using the lungs, you're using the diaphragm, which is massaging your heart. And yeah, it's so much better. And if that's something that you can practice in your kind of daily life, then that's amazing. So, sorry, I digress. So you've applied your face oil and you found your tool. And now we are going to begin with a little bit of facial reflexology. So if you are new to facial reflexology, it's exactly the same as on your feet, but it's on your face. So there are thousands of points on the face which all correspond to areas in the body, whether that be a muscle, a tendon, a bone, an organ, yeah, the nervous system. Literally everything is connected. Everything is connected, and it's just a way of having a conversation from the external to the internal. So normally what I ask people is, how are they what symptoms are you presenting with today? Which is the opposite way to how I would work in my health coaching practice. So when I'm health coaching, my aim is to get to the root cause of the problem. So we will look at all of your symptoms, and then we'll go and we're like, oh, why are all these things happening? And let's work on bringing that back into balance. Whereas with facial reflexology, it's kind of the alternative to popping a painkiller when you've got a headache, or when your knees hurt, or you've got a bad back. This is kind of something free and easy. You can literally just reach over on your desk to your pen and just do a little bit of work on the face, which is really incredible. So with the facial reflexology, this is obviously a very kind of blanket treatment. And when I work one-on-one, you get a very bespoke treatment based on your symptoms, which is really lovely. But today I just want to focus on the nervous system. So we're going to begin in the middle, just here. And the pressure is really, really, really light. You're just making lots of tiny little circles. And notice how the skin feels. Do you feel any areas of tension? Any areas where the tool is struggling to glide over? This is actually your natural area of natural painkiller. Produces endorphins, which is really, really wonderful. Just notice how the body feels. I notice my heart rate begins to slow down and my eyes slowly begin to feel heavy. You're just going round in this lovely circle. I notice here there's a tiny little bit of tension. This also correlates to the neck. And I often get tension in the neck, so this is really lovely. And what this is doing, when you're going over the tension, it feels almost like a knot in your back. And when a masseuse is trying to work on that knot, they often push harder to get the knot out. Whereas with this, if anything, we press less. You're not trying to remove that tension. It will go naturally. But it's simply to say, hi body. You just send some more energy to this area. It's struggling a little bit. This is also an amazing place to work on. If you suffer from any tension headaches, neck and shoulder pain. Just such a lovely way to wind down at the end of the day. You can go up onto the forehead. And again, pay attention. How do you feel? How does your body feel? Sometimes you can find areas of discomfort. Sometimes you can see images, you can see colours, you can close your eyes, you can really feel into this process. It's almost like a meditation. If your arm starts to ache, you can just simply hold it with the other arm or lean on a table. I have a little bit of tension, a little bit of gristle, it feels like just here. So I kind of hover in that area a little bit more and you'll see heat building up in the area, which is amazing. It's just what we want. And then as you do this on a daily basis, you'll notice how the body responds in different ways. So you're simply staying within this circle here. Oh, and take another deep breath for me. And in here you'll feel a slight little indentation. Just circle the tool in here for a few moments. And again on the other side. You'll feel it just slot, depending on what you're using. When you're using one of the tools like this, or the one that I have on my website, the size kind of slots into the points on the face really nicely, so you don't have to kind of try too hard or search for them. You can just kind of let it happen, which is really lovely. And then we're going to go just over this eyebrow here, just to work on those normally very tense shoulder muscles. And move intuitively, move where you feel, you know, it needs. I would say that you want to keep everything kind of even. So if you go onto the top of this eyebrow, always make sure you go and repeat on the other side. It's really important. And you can do this for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes, however long you want to. And then when you finish, I always bring the tool off at the bottom. I want you to take another few deep breaths, and before you kind of get up and run around, just tune into the body and do a quick body scan. So we can do that together now. So if you close down the eyes and take 3 deep breaths, again focusing on pulling it down to the stomach. And now keeping the eyes closed, starting at the feet. Notice how they're feeling. They feel relaxed. They feel tired. Just notice. And now bring your attention to your calves and your knees. How do they feel? Let them relax. And now moving up the body, the thighs and the hips and the buttocks. Notice how they feel. If you feel any tension, let them relax, let the hips soften. And moving up to the stomach. Let any tension go and let the stomach soften as it should be. Often as women we can, and men, and everyone actually, we can hold our stomachs in, which isn't the way our bodies were designed to be. So let the stomach soften and let the breath carry down and through. Moving up to the diaphragm. Consciously release any tension or trapped trauma that you might be holding in the diaphragm area. Bring your attention to the lungs and the rib cage. Notice it expanding and coming back in. Just notice how it feels. Does it feel relaxed? Does it feel tight? Does it feel constricted? Does it feel free and flowing? Now bring your attention to your spine and your shoulders and your neck. How does it feel after we've just worked on it with the facial reflexology? Does it feel relaxed? Is it saying, let's do more of that every day? Consciously release any tension you might be holding in the shoulders and the neck. Now bring your attention to the jaw and the teeth and the tongue. And I want you to let go of any tension that you might be holding. Unclench the jaw. Let the tongue relax in the mouth. And as we move up the body, relax the eyes and the eyebrows. And relax the forehead. And all the muscles in the face, just let them be. And now take another deep breath. And then spend a few moments just tuning into the body and noticing how you felt and how you feel. And maybe what it is you need. And when you feel ready, open your eyes and come back to this little video. Here I am. And it can sometimes be really helpful after you've done a session like this with facial reflexology or breathwork, or after a sound bath. It can be really lovely just to spend a few moments thinking and writing. A lot of thoughts can come forwards, and you can gain a lot of clarity. Movement happens energetically when we work with the body on a physical level, and it can be really helpful just to write down how your body was feeling, even if you don't want to go into anything too deep at the moment. Simply just write down how your body felt at the beginning and how it feels afterwards, and during the body scan what did come up. Maybe there was a feeling you didn't know was there. Maybe something you have struggled with for a long time has suddenly gone. And these are really important things, and it's often only when we sit down for a few moments and we really tune in, we're suddenly like, oh I don't have that anymore, or when we're prompted. So it's really important just to tune in with the body and just see how we are actually doing. So that body scan I just did with you was so simple, and something that you can do on a daily basis, even before you get out of bed. Sometimes before I open my eyes, I'll lie there and just focus on my breath for a few minutes and just do the body scan and check in with my body and see how it feels and see what it needs, and how I can nourish it for the day. And I also check in with my mind. How is my mind feeling? You know, what does my mind need that day? Because it could be very different to my body. I think it's very important that we marry both of those together and be kind to ourselves. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you found that really helpful. Feel free to come back to this video anytime. This is a private video, but you have the links for it. So yeah, just if you flag this email in your emails, and then you can come back to it and click on it when you need to. And I hope you found it helpful, and you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will speak to you all soon. Sending you so much love. Bye.